Hello everyone, welcome to the Modern Magic. My name is Dr. Morgan. I came up with the very important discussion that is the mindset before going into the residency interview. So, what kind of mindset that you should have before entering into the residency interview? So, the first thing you should keep in your mind is like the number of interviews. So, you can get someone can get 35 interviews, someone can get a 5 interviews, someone can get a 2 interviews, but you should have a mindset that if I get an one interview, I'll perform 100% of that and I'll get engaged. So your mind should be like that, not also getting a number of interviews. If you build at that kind of mindset, then then you start working on yourself and you make your skills better to perform better in the giving interview. So you should have the mindset of the mindset of like that. Like if you get a one interview, I gave my 100% get match into that program. So your mind, this means mind is very important. Not focus on the number of interviews. Having more number of interview is a good thing, but if someone don't have the chance or the opportunity to have a many interview, then you should have that kind of mindset. And the important mindset you should have before going into the interview, I would say, is the number of questions. So when you are preparing for interview, you brainstorm, all the questions that you have in your questionnaire. Like, tell me about yourself, tell me about your weakness. Like, have come across any conflict and what was your response? You have the questionnaire, but I would say you should prepare yourself like that because when I was talking to another resident, he told me like you are not going to have all the questions that are in the questionnaire. So you should be prepare for unexpected questions. Like he was telling, he have the question that is ethical. So they were asking like if someone's so harming the patient, what was your response? What you will do? So he came up with not a good answer, but after that he told me like how you should respond. So the best answer for them is to the first thing I will analyze is the situation. I will talk to the patient. I will talk to the resident. I will see the situation of both sides, and then I compare with my knowledge that I have, and then I can take a decision whether I should to counsel the patient, counsel the resident, or should I talk to my supervisor, not my supervisor, but the supervisor of that particular resident who was harming to the patient. So you should be, the be vigilant, be the confident what they are asking. I would say like they are looking for how you respond instantly. You should, make a reflex of responding to instantly, not, just memorize and remember things to the program director. Because, you could have a 40% or maybe 50% of the question from your questionnaire. If you prepare for that, that's a good point, but you should be prepared for the unexpected question. So the one line, if I would answer, to answer the unexpected question in one line, I would say don't be too high, too low, should be in moderate. But suppose if someone is asking like, where do you see yourself? So this is not an unexpected question though, because this is one is your questionnaire. But I would say if they are asking unexpected questions like that, then you should don't tell you like I would be program director after 10 minutes. I could be, like a Dr. Hosi, which is, the CEO of, the prime minister, like the president of US. So you should tell something that is in the moderate, not low, like maybe I don't know about future. I don't think about long term. You should, came up with the, your answer should be in the moderate, not that too much high, not that too much low. The answer should be like, so if I would have that question, I can respond like that. I would see my your I would see myself working as a physician, and that could be your I would say I'm sorry to have trouble in my life. So let's continue where from we left. So I would say like be in the middle part of your answer. So I would say like I would see myself working as a physician and working. You can mention the speciality and the if you are 100% sure, like if you are seeing yourself the cardiologist, then you can talk about that. But uh talking something like that, like I exploring cardiology, I work, I did one rotation, I'm interested in that, but I'm more flexible about that one. I can be change my mind if I come across something good specialty that I can be good doctor in that. So you should be in the middle part. So the whole answer would be like, so I would see myself in a 10 years or maybe 5 years, like working as a physician to the, as a hospitalist or, doing a fellowship in that program. Maybe you can specify, but, try to be in a moderate range, not that to be, high or maybe low. I think that's all about the one questions, not the one questions, but the whole gist of that interview. So for interview, don't be too cakey, like, and you should be in the moderate. So for every answer, try to be in the moderate, not that much high. The moderate word, I would say, I can uh, say the other name of interview is the moderate. You don't also very shy, don't be very talkative, be moderate. You don't be asking too much questions or maybe silence. Try to be in the moderate, in the middle line. And if you're someone asking that question, so don't tells like something that is impossible. Try to be in some moderate range. If you have the good thing talk about, you can talk, but I would say being moderate is a good, I would say this is a very good strategy to take interview. I think that's all about the today's session. If you have any question, if you want me to answer any residency questions, you can comment below. I will love to make an answer. They find the guidelines. How would you respond? And the other thing that I already talked about in the previous video, you should be your screen should be like this. Your 15% or 20% chest should be visible, your head should be visible, and you should look at the camera. And other thing that so if like that, I'm looking at the camera now. If in here I'm looking at myself, you try to be looking at the camera. If you look at the camera, so looking in the camera is the same like you are looking in the interview's eye. So make sure making eye contact. This is very important.